some SpongeBob Christmas cookies. So let's get started. And we're going to use sprinkles. So let's put on our apron. And let's get to work. Come on. All right. So we are going to put these on the cookies and decorate the cookies with these SpongeBob patties. Aren't these amazing? All right. Here we go. I just went to the grocery store, so let's see what I got from the grocery store. I got some more Quick Oats. I got some ketchup. I got a bunch of bananas. And I also got some rice. All right. Okay. So first we're gonna do 2 cups of, actually first we're just gonna take care of me and we're gonna make some some eggs really quick. So let's get that started. Just gonna blend 2 cups of flour really quick. I really thought this would be a good title, but maybe not. But I'm going to blend 2 cups of oats. Make sure that's good. So first I'm going to just blend 2 cups of oats. I don't know why you guys like this view so much. I'm using this NutriBullet. All right, so that looks great. That's gonna be our flour that we're gonna use. Okay, it's fine enough. I kind of want it a little bit more fine, so I'm just gonna keep blending. Looking a lot better. All right, so we're going to take our 2 cups out of this All right. And again, we are making SpongeBob decorated Christmas cookies. So I'm so excited about this. I found this in the store and I was like, we've got to do it. So hopefully we get 4,000 viewers today so we can go live, have some fun, and make this channel what I want it to be. So let's get started. All right. So all we need is a cup and a half of this. So we're gonna go ahead and put a cup and a half in the bowl. Sorry, I just had to clean off the things again. All right, so we're gonna do a cup and a half, and it's good to just keep a good measure. So I'm using these. So we're gonna do just a cup and a half. Can you see that? So here we go. All right, a cup and a half. Here we go. Oh wow, that's exactly a cup and a half. So, probably should have blended more, but it's all good. Alright, our next ingredients is baking soda and baking powder. Don't forget, we're gonna decorate with these cool things. So I'll put that there. So, baking soda and baking powder. We're gonna do 1/4 of a teaspoon of baking soda. That was this. And we're gonna do 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. I'm just using this. Alright. And then we need salt. So I really like the flavor of the salt in this. I'm just going to use some sea salt. It's really good. It's a bit much, so I won't put all of it, but I do like to have a lot, quite a bit. And then we're going to mix this slightly. It's a little warm from the blender, but we're gonna mix that. All right. Now for the wet ingredients. ingredients are, we are going to use a little bit of banana. The reason I use some mashed banana is because it gives a nice sweetness. All right, here we go. So it's not a lot, just a couple teaspoons of it. And we're just gonna mash that in. All right. All right, and then we're gonna do some vanilla extract. We're gonna do a teaspoon of vanilla extract. Do a half a cup of sugar. Don't have much left, but we're gonna use it. Oh, a fourth a cup of sugar. Fourth a cup of sugar. We have sugar, vanilla extract, banana, and egg. So you typically only need one or the other, egg or banana, but I'm gonna just throw an egg in there. Alright. One, two, three. And the last thing we need is oil. We are gonna need 2 tablespoons of oil, I think. Just double check. Welcome, welcome. All right. So we are going to add, let's check. We're gonna add, let's see what the recipe calls for. Uh, 2 tablespoons of oil, thanks for your patience. So 2 tablespoons of oil. So this is a tablespoon. I just wanted to get that right because you don't want to put the wrong amounts in here. You really want to get this recipe right. All right. You know, the exciting thing about the holidays is that you get to make fun holiday cookies. And you get to think about all of the little nuances that go on with trees and different things like that. And that's what we do. So here we go. Let's mix it up. This is what we have so far. Let's mix this up. Again, I added the secret ingredient of some banana. So I'm just gonna mash the banana really quick. So I'm mashing the banana because the banana is what's gonna give a little bit more sweetness. I only added 1/4 cup of sugar. And when you do that, usually people rely on the topping for something sweet. But I like a natural sweetness with the banana, and it binds it really well. Look at that, looks good. All right, so again, our homemade oat flour to make this really healthy and gluten-free. And we're gonna pour this on. In between, we can go ahead and make some homemade chocolate. It'll be great. And I'll show you guys how to do that as well. So now I combine them. I'm gonna mix this up and then we're gonna stick it in the freezer for 15. Here, I don't wanna overmix, so I'm just gonna mix it with my fork. It's just to combine it. So you do not want to overmix with a mixer or anything else. And thanks for joining us. Let us know where you guys are joining us from. Put in the chat where you're joining us from. All right, so that is just gonna set in the freezer just so it binds really well. So I like this consistency a lot better. And I added a little bit of banana. And we have vanilla extract, but when you put sweet banana in there, it helps it bind really well, better than I think eggs. And it gives it a better smell and a better taste. And some natural sugar since we're only using 1/4 cup of sugar. So this is gonna be popped into the freezer. And then we're gonna set our oven to 350. All right, but first we need to cover it. So before you pop it in the freezer, the best thing to do is, of course, put it in a plastic bag, but sometimes I just cover it like this. So just got some cling wrap and I'm gonna just cover it like so. Now, you don't always have space in your freezer for a big old bowl, so it is a good idea just to put it in a plastic bag as well. Okay, now it's time to set the oven to 350. Why? Because we have time. So you didn't need to do that before because, well, we are not needing needing all of that right now. So let's go over the toppings that we're going to be putting on and the chocolate that we're going to make. So we have marshmallows, we have sprinkles, and we have the famed SpongeBob crab patties that we're going to decorate these cookies with. So we're going to cut these out into really fun SpongeBob shapes, which is really easy. It's just a square. And then we can decorate with all of these other things. So this is going to be a lot of fun. Okay. All right, so now that we're preheating the oven, okay, yeah, we'll see you later. We'll see you later, Mr. Brent. We'll see you guys later. But for those who are able to stay on, we're gonna make some chocolates. And so one of my favorite molds to make chocolate is this mold. I like this mold because it just comes out really nice looking, okay? Everything just comes out looking really nice. I'm gonna give it a quick rinse over. But this is one of my favorite molds to use when making chocolate. The chocolate we're gonna use is these are actually pure cocoa. It does not have any sugar in it, so we're gonna have to possibly add some sugars to it, but it doesn't have milk in it, so that's great if you want to make a vegan chocolate. Just a great alternative. All right, so let's get you guys in gear, and let's get these prepared and ready for the chocolate that we're gonna make. All right, give me 2 seconds and I'll prep this and we'll get started. And I'm gonna hear from you guys in the chat. What are you guys cooking up? What do you guys aspire to make this holiday season? Well, if you could get all of the ingredients you could want, what would be something you would aspire to make? All right? What would you love to make for this holiday? Put it in the chat what you would love to make. All right. I think for me, I would love to make some delicious duck, and that is just my favorite. Usually you buy it pre-cooked, and you're just kind of, warming it up. So put in the chat what would you love to make? Your all-time favorite cookies to make. All right. All right, so we're gonna make chocolate inside of these molds. It's really simple to make chocolate. It's literally just some cocoa chopped up and some oil and some powdered sugar. But I don't have a lot of powdered sugar. left. I do technically, but I don't have a lot. Homegirl. Alright, so scratch that. I was gonna make it, but I don't have as much powdered sugar as I thought I did, that I want to make from scratch. I do have powdered sugar, but not from scratch. So what we'll do instead, while we wait for our cookies to set, is just to make a quick pancake with banana. So have you guys seen this, where you just take a banana, blend it with some oats, and it makes something delicious? Well, that's what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna make a quick oat for the Krabby Patty. All right. So we're gonna stick a banana in there. All right, can you guys see that? Put some oats. This one you can just eyeball everything, because we're just gonna, you know, have some fun. You don't need to add any sugar. We're gonna add some vanilla extract just for smell. Just to really give it a nice smell. And we are going to add 1 egg. Now, you can do it 2 ways. You don't need the oats, you can just do banana and egg, or you don't actually need the egg. So if you don't have egg, you can just do this with the banana. All right, so we're gonna make our own little Krabby Patty to complement the dessert that we're gonna make, which we're gonna fill with marshmallows, Krabby Patties, decorated on the top with Krabby Patties and sprinkles. But this is just gonna be for a quick dinner idea. Homemade patties. Here we go. All right. So this is my homemade pancake mix. I like to add a little bit of water, but not too much. The more you add, the more batter you have, which is great. But just about 1 tablespoon. Okay, so that's perfect. That's what we want. If you guys are enjoying this, let me get a like on that. Thank you so much for joining us. All right, so this is our batter. We're just going to, before we do our cookies, which are currently in the freezer, we're gonna make some Krabby Patties ourselves. You can use any meat you want. We're just gonna put this on medium heat. And we're gonna make the top part of our Krabby Patties as well. We're gonna put some oil. Put some oil on the pan, even if it's non-stick. I like to use olive oil only. Olive oil is great for your health. It's great for your gut health. All right. Got my vitamins today. All right. So we're just gonna. This is just homemade mix. Ooh, it's gonna be good. Look at that. I like to put them in opposite corners. Then I like to spread them. I could have made a lot more, but so I'm just shaking it so it can spread a little. Excuse me, pardon me. Pardon the camera on that. But there you go, it's a better view. It spreads it a bit. All right, so that's looking great. It's a non-stick pan, to use wood, or if you have a plastic spatula, that's great too. All right, the oven is preheating. Once the oven's ready, it'll give us the know that it's time to put the cookies in, but we need to first flatten the cookies, so we're gonna use this. And a little bit of flour. All right. So we're gonna prep those cookies. We gotta make sure the base has some flour on it before we begin. We're just gonna do a quick flip of these. You might say, why is she always cooking like 3 things at the same time? Well, that's how I do it in the kitchen here. Boom. Perfect. Okay. All right, and so once I get the dough out, I like to only take half of it. The reason I do half is because this really spreads well. Ooh, and it looks really like a great consistency. Look at that. That is perfect. All right, so just get half the dough. Then we need to flatten it. So you can flatten it with parchment paper or with the clear, but it's always great to flour the top and the bottom, flatten it, and then we're gonna roll it out. All right. So that it comes up from the actual pan. It needs to be really well done on both sides. But I'm gonna cover it in this and then I'm gonna roll it. This way it won't get on my roller and we can get it how we want it. Now I can put 2 chopsticks on the side. Putting 2 chopsticks on the side will give me the optimum width, depending on how high you want them to be. But that really gives it a nice, you know, a basis so you don't make it too thin. Pancakes are ready. Still making those pancakes over here. These are looking good. All right. But yeah, that's the trick to get the perfect width, is to put the chopsticks there. So if you guys have any questions, put them in the chat. But also, I'd love to get a like from you guys. Any extra likes would be wonderful. All right, so we are still doing our homemade Krabby Patties over here. Gonna pour that out. That was about a medium banana, so it only made a little bit of batter. Just fine. I didn't put too many oats. So we're only gonna have 2. All right, and so back to, okay, so that's working on itself. Okay, back to this. We're gonna roll this out really nicely. Again, 2 chopsticks will help you keep it the right width. And I just put the plastic over it. This is a cool trick I saw from another baker. Give us a good width and not too thin. Now we can easily take that off and start cutting our shapes. Again, this is only half of the batter, so we are good to go. And we are making SpongeBob's, which are squares, so that's gonna be really easy and really fun. So we're gonna decorate him with Krabby Patties, some marshmallows, and sprinkles. All right, here we go. So we're gonna get our area ready, because once we cut these out, it's gonna be go time. All right, but they're super easy to make. SpongeBob is super easy to make. If you just look at a picture of him, he's just a really easy character to make. He's literally a square. And we could put arms and legs and eyes on him later. All right, here we go. All right, let's cut this up into squares. Squares for SpongeBob. All right, so it's a little sticky. So to get it off, we just really need a good, there we go. A good slide under. Making two things at once. It's good, but it's a little hard when you're talking as well. So I'm a little surprised at how much this batter made, just because it usually makes more, but we are making SpongeBob's instead of Christmas trees, but we're also going to make Christmas trees. All right, and so for this, we are going to make something amazing, some amazing shapes, colors. Wow, this is looking very interesting. Incredible. Incredible. Look at that. We're going to make that into his head right there. Perfect. All right. All right, so let's stick a marshmallow on one of these, see what happens. It has starch in it. I'm not a big fan of starch, but I mean, why not? Why not? Why not? See what happens. Cool. Cool. All right. Here goes. So we are actually going to take these out promptly. We are not going to let these burn this time. Well, just not burn. Nothing ever burns. Just like overcooked slightly. Not great. All right. Because they're sugar cookies, we want them to stay soft. And I really was working on the banana mixture to really give it a great taste. So let's finish some eggs in here. We're gonna get some eggs working. Have our Krabby Patty base. All right, that looks great. We're using Tony Chasser's Creole seasoning. The best, absolute best. Flip those over. All right. You guys are doing great. Thanks for staying with me on this here as we cook it up. Okay, and you guys can top your Krabby Patties with whatever you want. We have caramel syrup, we have chocolate syrup, we also have whipped cream. All right, and you can top it with whatever you want. All right. Ooh, that looks great. Ooh, that's a nice fry. Look at that. Again, just a quick setup. Nothing more than an hour. Honestly, I like the taste of when you put any red sauce in there. So I really like using Creole seasoning. I'm sorry, wing sauce with everything. Right now I'm just gonna use a tomato ketchup. It's just tomato, there's no sugars. But when you let that heat up with it, it's just really good. All right. We're gonna plate these nicely. Put this at the base. The dark ones, these will be on top. Well, you could put this on the bottom. And this will be on top. This is just our quick meal while we wait for our Krabby Patties to decorate them. I think this is something SpongeBob would approve of. You can make your sandwiches out of anything you want, but I'm gonna just make mine simple with egg. Homemade. This is what you wanna eat first, and then you wanna add your dessert to it later. Turn that fire off. We're just gonna get ready and I'll look in the oven and see if our work is done. So let's make a marshmallow dip, marshmallow mix. Yeah, sounds good. Probably just gonna be marshmallows and something hot. Like some hot oil probably. But because I don't want to, we want to put it in a microwave safe bowl. We want to put the marshmallows in a microwave safe bowl. Or a heat safe bowl. Okay. And because we're going to decorate one of these with marshmallows. It'll be super. All right. What do you guys think? Do you guys think I'm a marshmallow or a gummy fan? So these are super fun. I already opened them. That's why they're in this baggie. But they're just like little sandwiches and they smell so good. There's different flavors. There's pineapple, grape, orange, green apple, cherry, and blue raspberry. Delish. And they smell so good. So good, you guys. All right. So, I think a teensy weensy bit of oil. And we're just gonna put it in the microwave for 2 seconds. What do you guys think? Microwave or stovetop? Let's see what happens. Alright, okay, so these are done. Just gonna mix them up. All right, so we have our, I literally put like a pinch of oil in it. Probably didn't need that. Actually, you don't need oil. I'll tell you that. Yeah, you don't need oil. So let's do it again. No oil. One more time. All right. So you don't need oil. I forgot. This is just, these are like s'mores. Ready? So make sure your bag is closed well. Let's take our cookies out. Ooh, SpongeBob looks great. Those are gonna be perfect. Look how thick and doughy those are. Those look amazing. All right. And then we have this one. Just looks amazing. And all you have to do is dip it, coat it, and plate it. Perfect. Same thing. We're gonna do that again with this one. Dip it, coat it, and plate it. Now you guys can put sprinkles on this. You see how it's like, oh my gosh, this is so perfect. You guys, look at that bite. What if you just had that bite? Just delish, delicious, incredible. All right. And for our last one, we're gonna just coat it with the final bit. Nice. This is gonna make it really easy to decorate with the crabs. All right. Now we're gonna move all these off. We're gonna reuse this. Oh, these are delicious. Look at that. Look at that one. Perfect. All right. These come off easy. These are just perfect. The SpongeBob heads. I love it. Now we're gonna do the rest of the mix. Again, healthy cookies. You're at your own house. Make them as fancy or as not fancy as you want to make it. One trick I do when I don't have a roller, let's say you don't have a roller in your kitchen, or if you're traveling and you're making these while you travel, what you're gonna want to do is just put two pieces of parchment paper together, like this, flatten it and flatten it. Okay, now I'm gonna use a roller because I have one, but you can flatten it with your hand. And then you roll it out this way, and that way it doesn't get stuck to your hand. Now, if it gets stuck to the parchment paper, you can just bake it with the parchment paper on top like that. You see how easy that rolls? And it's already on your pan, so it makes it easy, less mess, less things to clean. Now, the other way is, of course, to use the plastic, because this will not stick. Use the plastic, put it on top, and then roll it out that way, or press it down that way. Now this one, of course, is gonna stick because it's, you know, a little viscous. No, I'm okay with that. All right, stick it in the oven. You can cut them out You can leave it like that. Do whatever works for you. All right. Now we're gonna decorate this SpongeBob area. So let's move our area so we have something clean. Here. Put in the chat what color I should use. I showed you guys the colors. All right, what color do you guys want me to use to decorate our sandwich with? Ooh. Don't forget we made our own crusty crabs today. But we're gonna decorate these ones. So what color should I do? I need you guys to let me know in the chat. Should we do yellow? Yellow is pineapple flavor. Should we do purple, which is great? Put it in the chat. Should we do orange, which is orange? Should we do red, which is cherry? Should we do blue, which is blue raspberry? Or should we do green, which is green apple? Put in the chat what color I should do. Let me know, guys. Don't be shy. Which one? And then I will make that and put that and decorate this cookie. You tell me. I'm waiting. Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Here we go. What color? I'm waiting on you guys. Okay, I'm going to put this right here. And whoever is the bravest, tell me what color we should put. All right, let me know. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and choose. Let's go for red. Let's go for red. So I'm gonna show you what's in these super amazing SpongeBob sandwiches. You guys are gonna get me putting sprinkles. Now for me, I personally prefer no sprinkles, but that's just me. So if you guys love sprinkles, do that. But look at this. It's literally a crispy crab burger, you guys. Isn't that amazing? So it's just gonna be real simple. We're just gonna top it with the burger. Incredible. Incredible. So let's get that bite. Actually, I'll do this one. I'll be nice. Look at that. Wow. So I'll put this one on top like that. Look at that. Look, if I serve this to you, gourmet, this would be like $7 cookie right there. Marshmallow surprise. All right. Let's finish it off with some sprinkles without making a mess. Let's finish it off with some sprinkles. Woohoo! All right. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one.